Being an introvert might kill you. When I say kill you, I don't mean that isolation is the number one cause of premature death. What I mean is you have ideas, you have things you want to bring into the world, things you really want to create. Hell, you might even be creating some of it. But this label of being an introvert is stopping you from kind of reaching your potential. Not just your potential in terms of people expect things from you. Like, you would be upset at yourself if you didn't bring the shit you want to make into the world. I know, because I feel that way. And so this is a video about how easy it is to kind of kill that label of introvert, supersede it, charm anyone, feel way less nerves. And I know it works because I did it. So let's get into it. Basically, a bit of context on me. When I was a kid, I would blush in regular ass conversations. Like, I thought it would never solve it. Like, ask my mom. I would turn flush in the face, literally without a single trigger. I was scared of ordering Subway, literally scared to talk to service workers at fucking Subway. And that kid going all the way to singing live performances on stage in front of several hundred people and interviewing millionaire and billionaire CEOs with little nerves. I wrote little nerves because it's not no nerves. So this is how I did it. There's 3 lessons. The first 2 are kind of mindsets that will just flip you into a frame of mind the next time you enter a conversation that'll just make it way easier to have a conversation. The third lesson, this is a really specific, tangible change, like literally one switch you can make during any conversation, and I promise it will like I've been actively trying to do this every time I talk to somebody. It makes them laugh when I'm not even trying to be funny, so stay tuned for that. So lesson number 1 is you're going to die. During COVID, this lesson really hit home for me, as I was seeing how fragile human life was all around me, and everybody was. And so it kind of made me realize not to sweat the small stuff. Like, actually, my mom growing up also was in and out of the hospital for years, and she's a lot better now, I'm very happy to say. But when you're 10, 11, 12, 13, like growing up, not sure if your mom's gonna live, it makes you a lot less concerned about what Timmy thinks of you. And the truth is, we're all gonna die. Like, it might be tomorrow, it might be 80 years on a deathbed with our loved ones around us, who knows? But we're all gonna die. So why are you stressing over these little conversations, or like being scared to approach somebody in public, or being scared to like mess something up? Like, I promise you, whatever job you have, unless you're watching this and you're like a fucking paramedic or something, your job is not as important as you think. I have to remind myself this. I make videos for a living and I get stressed as fuck about it, but it's like, nobody's gonna die. It's not that big a deal. The world will go on, and obstacles that you imagine huge today, obstacles I thought I would never surmount, it only takes like a year and you forget about it. And then you go, holy shit, that thing was like really stressing me out at the time. I'm sure you have these yourself. Like, if you can think back 1 year, 2 years, like, okay, what was I really fucking stressed about? Because it's so easy to be like, oh, I had no problems. Now life's full of problems. But you had problems. Felt like the biggest thing in the world. But the unlock there is realizing that it's actually not that high stakes. You're still alive and you're gonna die one day. So, don't sweat the small stuff. Lesson number 2, everybody acts small. Let me explain this one. During COVID, I felt very lonely, and we were all stuck at home for a long time. But when we started to go back to school, I was in high school at the time. Obviously, look at me, I still look like I'm in high school. But when I started going back, I realized how lonely everyone else was. You can see it in their faces. You can like talk to anybody and they'll tell you, maybe not explicitly, but they'll let it slip just how sad and alone they are. What I realized was that we were all like shrinking in on ourselves because we were just so like not having a good time. I mean, there's like a worldwide pandemic. Of course we weren't. The only thing anyone was concerned with were themselves. Everybody was so busy trying to pick up their own pieces that nobody's looking at you. Like, nobody was looking at me. They're worried about their own shit. And it kind of bothered me how, we were all in this shared crisis, but everybody was still shrinking themselves. Like, here's what I did, right? I decided to try to be the highlight of some people's days. I was the first to speak in the breakout rooms, try to make somebody feel good about themselves, try to make them laugh. Because again, we're all gonna die. And everybody's like so just like down on themselves, thinking about themselves. Like, they don't care about you. You could say anything and they would forget about it the next day because they're just worried about themselves. And so this unique experience of a worldwide pandemic, knowing it was mutual, that everyone is just dealing with their own shit, I was like, hold on, why don't I not shrink in on myself? Why don't I be the guy that like makes you laugh in your day? Sounds so corny. Point is, people are only concerned with themselves. They won't remember you. Everybody's anxious. Everybody's shrinking in on themselves. And so you're just a baller if you understand that fact and like say hi to somebody, because it'll make their day better. They'll be like, oh, thank God I didn't have to do do it myself. You're literally doing them a favor and doing yourself a favor. Lesson number 3. Okay, this is the good one. All right. So lesson number 3, this is the sauce, okay? Here's what you do. You know when you're having a conversation, you know when you have like that thought in your head that you don't, I'm so sorry, these are fully broken. You know when you have that thought in your head that you don't say, you're like, damn, my voice just cracked. Holy shit, that's so embarrassing. Or like, damn, they just asked me a question and I don't know how to answer it. Fuck. Here's a trick, all right? Anytime you get that cue in your mind of, I don't know what to say that. Seriously, like say that. Like if a client asks me a question, like how do you price on a retainer basis? I'll be like, you know, I've never done that before. I don't know. We could just do like a trial project. My point is the alternative to that is a brick wall in the conversation. That's where I've found all my awkward silences arising. It's just the anxiety, just the anxious thought in here. And so you can't think of anything else to say. Just say the anxious thought. That's like the root of what I was trying to say, and it took me a while to get there. Jesus Christ. Why am I so burpy? Deanna doesn't know. Okay, that's pretty much it. I hope this helps. I hope I don't sound like a self-important asshole. This is just what works for me. Let me know if you have any questions. Peace.